Hi, and welcome to this week's Market workshop for High Level. This week we'll be covering the Ad Manager. Unfortunately, Atticus and I have not been able to make it live this week, so we've made this recording for you. But after the workshop, if you've got any questions, you'll see the QR code. Please schedule a discovery call or drop us a line, and we'll answer any questions that you may have. Okay, then. So without further ado, we'll make a start. Okay, so let's make a start then on the Ad Manager workshop today. So it's just going to be Atticus and I. So Atticus, please ask any questions. And as we said before, if you have any questions after watching the recording, just please drop us a line. Okay, so first of all, a quick update on the Ad Manager. So a few weeks ago at the High Level Summit in Dallas, the founders announced that the Ad Manager functionality is now free for us to use. Previously, it was $30 a month, but now it's free. So that's brilliant news. That's a big update there. And also another update since we were last on with this workshop is we now have LinkedIn ads built in as well. So is there anything I missed there on the updates, Atticus?
The only thing with LinkedIn ads is there's no reporting available yet.
Yeah, so it's as with all the tools in High Level, it's evolving over time. So at least it is updating as we go. Right. So first of all, let me share my screen. Okay, so this is my High Level dashboard. This is, as we know, this is a standard view of High Level. Some branded versions might have different colors and slightly different names to things, but generally it's about the same. Okay. So to find the Ad Manager, that lives in the section called Marketing. And you'll see across here, Ad Manager. So previously, you come to here and it'd be asking you to set up a $30 a month subscription, but now we're straight in. So here we are. So you see here, these are the sort of socials I've connected up. Um, so first of all, you might be thinking, well, I just clicked to connect them all. When you first come into it, you might think, I'll connect on here. It's not working. It's not working. I can't connect my Google ads or whatever there, or your Meta or your LinkedIn. So it's a bit deceiving that because you think you click on there to connect it, but you don't actually. You come to here, like so. Yeah, and you see here then, you see I've got my Meta account there. Uh, got my LinkedIn account there, and here's my Google account. No account's connected. So if I click to connect my account, it should bring it up there. Get started. Okay, and Bob's your uncle. So we connected up there. So that one is there. We'll come back to that later on. So you should now see I can now connect Google. So it's a bit confusing, that isn't it? And so watch out for. So I've connected up Google. Okay, so first of all though, I've got to set up these integrations here. So what you would do before you get to that stage, actually, you would come down to settings and then go to integrations. Yeah, and here is where you will connect up your Google there. See, there's my Google ads there. You connect your Facebook account with your Facebook ads. Yeah, so it's all in the settings there. I've got a warning there for some reason. Yeah, but there's those two, and LinkedIn. And there's the LinkedIn here. So you just come to integrations first. Hook up all the tools here. You see across the top here, Facebook forms, for Facebook form field mappings. We could also do TikTok advertising. I forgot about that, but I've not looked at that myself. Um, and then you got LinkedIn field form mapping. So why did it say no accounts connected? But what happens here is for each, see that's a form we saw before for Facebook, and you click on edit fields and just make sure the full name from the Facebook lead form is mapped to the full name in High Level, and email is mapped to email. You might have custom fields in there asking them how many taps do they have in the house. Yes, you might be asking that on the form, and obviously you'd have to build a custom form that would then appear here. Or there'd be another option where you choose the custom field you create to capture how many taps they got in the house, for instance. Does that make sense, Atticus?
So that'll just automatically appear there when building the Facebook form.
Yeah, as soon as you got a Facebook, as soon as they add another Facebook form to their account, it'll appear here automatically.
And you get the Facebook form from the Meta Business.
Yeah, well, or you can set it. When we looked at the Facebook ads here, I was able to create a form in Facebook. So I can create it from here, or I can create it in the Meta Business Suite.
Oh,
And
okay. So it
I
works either
allocate,
way.
yeah, I allocate it to that particular ad group. So that's when the ad is served, that is the form they're going to fill in. But you just got to make sure every time you add a new form, just go and check that it's mapped, the fields have all mapped together. Yeah.
Otherwise,
Yeah, if
you're
you
getting
don't
full
do
names
that,
for postcodes, won't you?
sorry.
Otherwise, we're getting postcodes for full names and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, or no data at all coming in. You'd be wondering where I'm spending money advertising but not appearing on the system. Why is that? It's because you haven't mapped the fields here at the start. Okay, so once you got that done, make sure they're all connected here, like we did before. Once you do that, then you'll be able to add them onto your dashboard here by you have to do it in this order, of course. And you see them all three there now. Yep. Okay, so that is how you set it up basically, and then we want to create a campaign. So today, I mean, they're all very similar in the way they approach, but today we'll just set up a Facebook one. Yeah. So click on create a campaign, Meta. We'll start from scratch. You can see it from the full view, as it were. So it works a little bit like how would you describe it? Subfolders. Yep. This would be your campaign name. Then you would have an ad set. And then within an ad set, you'd have ads. Yeah. So it's just a way of organizing in a structured way. So you might have a campaign here selling taps. Yeah. Bathroom taps. You might have different ad sets for different countries, different towns, or whatever you're doing. Yeah. So you might divide it up into England, Scotland, Ireland, Wales. And then within each of the countries, then you might have a whole series of ad testing. You might have 10 different ad testing to find out the winners. Does that make sense, Atticus?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this tool here is great at setting. So if you were just dealing, say you were selling taps and you were dealing in England, Scotland, Ireland, and Wales, for instance, that's four countries there, and then each of those countries has 10 ads that you're testing. Yeah. So you've now got 40 ads you're testing. Okay, and the system will let you set that up, no problem. But what you are going to need outside of this system is to create some sort of matrix rather, so you can actually see which are your winning ads. Yeah. So this tool is great for setting up the ads, tracking the results, but you need to see the bigger picture because all you'll just see is a list of campaigns. I can show you some in a minute. You'll see a list of campaigns which doesn't make much sense. You're going to need some matrix to say ad one had a different picture to ad two, or a different headline or description, call to action, offer, or whatever it may be. So it takes a little bit more thinking about than just what this tool can do. Does that make sense, Atticus? So
Yeah.
if I come back out here, I'll show you what I mean here. So you go to, I think there's just some stuff in Facebook you'll see. So if I just look at the Facebook stuff, not that I do any advertising, so I'm showing you what I've got here. You'll start to build up a list of all the different ads. You might be able to describe in the title, the campaign name, Wales, yeah, and then within that you might have different. So you might have your campaign might be selling taps, your ad groups, English, Scotland, and Wales, and then with the ad groups you've got 10 different ads. So you see here, you'll start to build up a whole list of these. And it becomes tricky to see the winners and losers, yeah. So it's just something to bear in mind. So let me create a campaign. Well, I've created one here today. So there's our campaign. We can rename that. I'll call it
At the top in the middle, you rename it.
yeah. Oh, sorry, yeah. So this one, as I mentioned, this might be called bathroom taps. Yeah. Ad set one might be England. Yeah. So
But you can duplicate them, isn't it? Makes
yeah.
it a lot quicker.
Exactly, that's what it comes down to in the end. So I might have a bathroom taps England, and then I might have here it says Facebook, Instagram account, not using an Instagram account. Budgets, how much do you spend on this ad set? So how much do you spend per day on advertising in England in this case. Yeah, might be that. And then you start to choose your locations. So if I put try England, yeah. So I've been able to choose England there. Yeah. And then target your interests. So maybe again, here's where you spend a lot of time. Uh, homeowners. Uh, so so you might have things like uh, what would it be? Right, let me
Yep. Enter, and it'll enter it for you.
the whole construction. So it's just basically thinking about your audiences here, yeah, what your language, UK, gender. I'll select that. I've selected that, yeah. Your age range, etc., etc. And you just go through, and it sort of guides you through setting up the ad. Um, I can't move that out of the way. To save that ad group now, yeah. So then within the ad group, then I should be able to create ads, create an ad. So what am I doing wrong here?
Oh, click. You see next to England on the left-hand side. Click the arrow.
Okay, okay. I'm creating
It's
ads without
hidden though, isn't
realizing. Yeah, it's a bit hidden that one. Yeah,
it?
you see, I'm rusty at this, guys. Yeah. So here you give your ad name. This might be gold taps. Yeah. This one might be for gold taps. You select a lead form. So we can create a Facebook form in here, okay? That'll become important later on when we look at the automation. But you create a form here. You see, here's ones I've previously created. So you put a form in there, put your primary text in here, select your button, upload media, and you start to build out your ad, okay? So again, not my speciality, but there you go there. And obviously, if you're using Instagram, you can see that there, yeah? So you might then, and probably can duplicate this, can I? Duplicate it. Yeah, and this might become Chrome tabs, for instance. Yeah, this might become Chrome tabs, and so on and so forth. Yeah. Does that make sense, Atticus?
Hmm.
You see here now I've got Chrome tabs as well. I'll just delete those two for now. So you can start to build up campaigns with then ad groups and then with actual ads in here. But I still think you're going to need some sort of external document, the matrix, where you can have all your tests you're doing. It comes down to a lot of testing here to find the winners. Yeah, it's a bit like looking for needles in haystacks, or turning over stones to find the winning formulas. But when you find the right offer, the right ad, the right image, etc., then that becomes your new control. And you're always testing against your control to find an even better version of the ad or offer or whatever. So there's a rigorous to do it seriously. There's a whole rigorous program you go through, and you're going to need or process rather. You're going to need some sort of matrix so you can see and analyze which are your winners, which are your losers. So hopefully that gives you an introduction to Facebook ads. And very similar process with the Google ads and the LinkedIn ads as well. The key here for LinkedIn ads and Facebook ads here is this lead form. Yeah, because we'll integrate that into our automation in a few minutes. Uh, we don't have lead forms for Google AdWords. Yep. So what you'd be looking to do there would be to they click on the Google AdWords ad. They do a search for taps, gold taps. Your ad appears. They click onto your page, and then on your page, you're going to need some way of capturing their interest. Typically, you'd embed like a form on there, a high-level form, which captures them and brings them into the automation, as we'll see later on. That making sense, Atticus?
Yeah, so how does this compare to Facebook Ad Builder and Google AdWords builders?
Yeah, so if you go into Facebook Meta Business Center, it's a lot more complicated. Okay, every time I go in there, I get bamboozled by that one. I think everybody does, unless they're a Facebook's ad manager. So this makes it a lot simpler to go into. But the only thing that I can see, though, the drawback here is if you go to the campaign level, yeah. Where are you? Ad manager. See the targeting here. Yeah, when you go into, in my experience from a while ago, I must admit, when you go into Facebook audience targeting here, you have a lot of choice. Yeah, here I found, I mean, here I found that there's not that much choice. It's very broad. If I look for small businesses, yeah, you see there, it's capturing small business there. There's a few there actually. Um, but I found there wasn't much, there's not much way of, you can't really narrow it down to particular segments, in my experience, that is. Now, having said that, I think the way these tools are now going is that, ultimately you'll be able to say to Facebook or Google, look, I'm happy to spend £100 to get a customer. Yeah. And it will then go do the testing for you, find the right target audience with the AI these days, yeah. Find the right audience, advertise to it with a goal to getting you a customer for £100. Yeah. And I think ultimately as well, they'll even be able to create the ads for you. You know what I mean? So you're just telling it, right, I want I'll have to pay £100 to get a customer who buys taps in England, and it can go off and work to that budget of £100 per sale to get those customers for you. So it's a lot easier than going into actual meta business. I tell you that, yeah, to set these up. But so that's my experience and my thoughts on it. Is that okay?
Good.
Okay. So we set up an ad there. So you got a campaign, an ad group. So your campaign might be taps. Your ad groups might be, say, the countries there, and then it's like the roots of a tree going out. And then you might have 10 ads for each country selling gold taps, chrome taps, plastic taps, or whatever. Yeah, okay. You'll see here, I want to set up an ad campaign for LinkedIn. That should be very similar. There's templates coming soon to that one. It's pretty much just the same process. You set up your campaigns, ad campaign one and ads. Yeah, and obviously you'll see this all feeds back into your Meta Business, Google, and LinkedIn. You'll see the ads appear there as well. It sort of synchronizes. Yeah, so that's how we create them there. Okay, let me check my notes. So then it comes to we'll look at reporting for your ads. Okay, so obviously you'll get your reporting in your respective uh, channel, whether it be Google, Facebook, or LinkedIn. But here we also get reporting. Click on reporting here, and you'll see here we've got Google Ad reports and we've got Facebook Ad reports, and we just checked before coming on the workshop. What about the LinkedIn reports? And as Artis mentioned, they're not available yet. I'm sure they'll be here soon. But you see here, this is an example of a Facebook ads report. Fortunately, I've got no records to show you. But when I have used this with clients, what's been really interesting is at the campaign level, yeah, you can see if it's on or off. You can see how many clicks you've had, the total cost, yeah. The revenue, if you're working with the sales pipelines, it's amazing how it brings in the revenue. It works out the ROI for you. It'll work out the cost per click. Uh, uh, what's that called? What's that one? I've got a blank on CTR now. Click through rate. Yeah, click through rate. The cost per click through rate, the amount of sales you generated, the cost per sale. Okay, and then obviously if you do leads, you might be doing some advertising to generate leads rather than sales. But what really impressed me when working on client, we're using the sales pipelines. Yeah, so you got an inquiry coming in as a new lead. They go through to one, and when you move them to one, if you said that sale was £100, then it starts to report on here, even down to the cost per sale, which is really good actually to see that. So you can see the whole cycle from how much you spent, how many clicks, your return on investment for the advertising, the cost per click-through rate. It's really good. Yeah, when you see that in action. But that's because we're using the integrated sales pipeline there. I'm sure it works the same on e-commerce as well with products purchased. That's really good. That. See, you've got your Facebook ads report there. Also, another thing I think you'll be able to do. I go to reporting again. Bear with me. I've lost my button. You should be able to create reports. Where do you create? See, click on new report here. You can start to create a report here where you might say, okay, for my client or myself, I want to receive every week on a Monday a PDF with all the results for that campaign. So you can do that sort of thing as well by so you schedule the reports to go out. You want to do that. So again, you just build it up with let me try and find something here, yeah. Add widgets. So you go through here and find out if you look for does it have advertising? And then see there's meta ads there. So you see here amounts. So you can start to build up a report based on the ad impressions. Yep. So you start to build out a nice PDF that can automatically send to your client or your team every Monday, say, or Friday, whatever you want to do. That's reporting there. Okay. So that's that. Next one. So that's great. So imagine you've got your Facebook ad out there. Yeah. Someone goes to the Facebook ad, fills in the Facebook form. Yeah. The Facebook lead form, as they call it. How do we get them into HighLevel? Okay. So the trigger is going to be when that lead form on either LinkedIn or Facebook is submitted. So you click on add new trigger. You type in form. You see here, this is a regular web form in HighLevel. You might have the contact us page or any other form you have. That's a normal form. And then here it says a Facebook lead form is submitted, a TikTok form, a LinkedIn form. Yeah. As I said before, there's none for Google Ads. For Google Ads, your ad is going to have to click through the ad. They're going to go to a page somewhere. Could be a funnel page or a website in HighLevel. There's be a page somewhere, and typically you have like a form on there, a traditional form on there to capture their interest. So that in Google advertising, you'd be using a simple high level form. Yeah. As we click on the Facebook lead form added, the page is you just navigate into my market page. The form is the quick wins, but we looked at. I've only got one form set up, so any time that LinkedIn, that Facebook form is filled in, that will be our trigger. Does that make sense? And obviously, if I'm coming there, it'll automatically pre-populate the source as Facebook for you. But then you might decide, oh, I also want to. I've just lost it now. Hang on. Yeah. You might decide, well, I want to tag them. Yeah, so as soon as that form is filled in from that particular ad group, I want to then tag them, add a contact tag. Yeah. I might want to, let's see if we put any tracking codes in this. So I might want to update a custom field, update a contact field. I'm going to choose any at random here. Contact source. I might be able to pull in here. I'm trying to see if I can. That's not right. So it's not pulling. I can't see anything pulling in anything from the Facebook ad lead form. So again, if you want to get down to some very specific tracking, that'd be a call with tech support because I'm not really au fait with if you want tracking from the UTM parameters from the Facebook ads and all that. That would be a technical support question. It's not one I can answer today. That one because I've not had call to use it for myself, so I don't have that experience. But here, then you start to build. Yeah, cancel that. Yeah, you can start to build out your follow up there. So just picture in your mind, someone's just gone onto an ad to look at gold taps. they submitted the form to get more information about gold taps. What needs to happen next? Send them an email about gold taps, send them a text, and just build out your marketing from there. What's the next step? Is it to create an opportunity and someone calls them? Is it to send them a link to buy gold taps from the e-commerce order form? You know, it's umpteen different variations, infinite variations you can have there. What happens now? But the key to it all is the trigger being for Facebook. It's a Facebook lead form typically, or a LinkedIn lead form, or it would be a page you would create on your website somewhere. For Google, page on your website with a high level form embedded to capture their interest and drop them into a workflow to follow up with the marketing. Does that make sense, Atticus?
It shows why it's important to have all your different forms labeled and categorized properly for this reason, because you don't want someone opting in for a gold tap and getting an email about a shower handle or something by accident.
Yeah, it's irrelevant. They're not going to be interested, are they? Yeah, but yeah. So see, here's for instance. So I come back to talking about having the matrix. Yeah, building an external matrix in Google or Excel, whereby for each ad you know all about it, what the offer is, the image, the headline, which lead form is connected to it. So it's all coded up. See here, because very suddenly, if you've got 10 or 20 different lead forms in Facebook and you're just naming it like that, it's very hard to keep track of it and see which one's working with which offer to find. You know what I mean? You need to be really organized, and the testing is the key to this. Yeah, this system will set up the ads for you, but you need before you start creating those ads, you need to be working to a plan. Definitely, but rather than if you're just going to dabble, which I'm guilty of myself, if you're just going to dabble and say, "Oh, we'll set up a Facebook ad," and you just got one version of it, yeah, it's like trying to pick a winner out of a stack of, it's like trying to pick a needle out of a haystack. You got to have a proper planning program in place for this, and it's not something where you spend 100 quid either. Just Facebook, you burn through that. You're probably looking at a couple or a few £1,000 just to test an idea properly, not just throw 10 quid at it and say, well, that doesn't work,
It's
which a lot of people
it's an
do.
investment, isn't it? Yeah.
You've got to invest it in a structured and organized way. This is just a tool to make it easy to set up the ads and see the results. But you need a bigger picture as well at the same time, which this tool doesn't provide yet. Does that make sense, Atticus? So see the complexities of it.
Yeah, so you mentioned the opportunities being able to work out your return on investment. Is there any special setup for that required?
No, there wasn't. No. So when I said I worked in the background when I was setting up a client. So just go back to the opportunities here. So again, the opportunities, of course, is another workshop altogether. But you see here, I pull one. See, I've got you here as a test here, Atticus. Yeah. So these are just stages here. Yeah. But the key ones are when they come to the end of the pipeline, i.e., won or lost. You want to be moving them down here to won, like that. Yeah, because that then tells the system that is a completed sale, and that is then enables it to work out the cost per sale, and your conversion rates and all that in all your reporting. It's like moving it to this here at the bottom. Those are the key things. If you have a stage up here called one and you just leave them sat there, then that's not gonna it doesn't pull it into the reporting. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So it's using the opportunities properly as well.
Yeah, opportunities properly, yeah. And again, I've got no experience of myself, so you'd have to check. But again, on the e-commerce side of things, yeah, if you're advertising red plastic widgets and they buy, how would you, yeah, I'd have to think about that one. But I'm sure that if you're advertising red plastic widgets and they go onto your page and buy it, then we can track the conversions there as well.
Surely it's very similar. The principle's the same, isn't it? So you
Yeah.
think so?
The trick for today's workshop is to give you a grounding. See the big picture first. See if you're going to use the tool, and then you know enough to ask the questions. And of course, as ever, don't forget, guys, tech support here. Please use tech support here. As I mentioned before, you can ask a question here. The front line is the AI. I'll try and answer the question, but always just say, can I speak to a real person? And they'll jump on a call 24/7, and that's unlimited support. And also, this obviously this is only available in the Marketomate. If you're with a different agency or high level, it works differently. This is the Marketomate version. What I like to do is if I'm trying to work something out or stuck on something, just record a short video in something like Loom. Record a short video, get the link, and just pop it in the chat to the guys and just say, "Hey, I'm stuck on this. Here's a quick video." A video is worth probably 10,000 words. They'll then either drop into your account, fix the issue, or if it's a simple one, they'll just reply and let you know by text or shoot you a video and send you a video back. And if it really needs it, they'll even jump on a 15-minute Zoom call with you. You have to book that, mind, but they'll do a video call with you to help you as well. So please use tech support or anything like this. There's also help support documents in here, etc., etc. But these guys are really good. Can't stress that enough. Please use those guys. Does that make sense, Atticus?
That's extendedly for you, yeah.
Yeah, so they're available 24/7. Very good guys. They're one of the leading experts in the world on high level there. So please use those guys. And I think that about wraps it up for me, Atticus. I can't think of anything more to add on this topic.
So the ad manager in high level is free now, as of a few weeks ago. Do you have to pay for Facebook ads or Google ads
Oh
with
yeah, of
Google
course, yeah.
or
Yes,
Facebook first? Yeah.
you set up as we connect at the very start, we connect up your Facebook account, your LinkedIn, your Google Ads account. You'd have to set those up. You'd have to lodge your credit card with those, and they're going to charge you for those ads. So this is just a tool to access your Google, Facebook, or LinkedIn ads accounts.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's both sides of it. You set them up here, then you pay there. That's how it works, isn't it?
You're playing there, yeah. So it's just synchronizing to those accounts, yeah. So when you set up any accounts, always make a note to remind yourself to check to next day after and so on. Yeah. So you don't just put notes in your calendar, check on things because you don't want this running and then find out after a month you've got a big bill. Yeah, and you didn't realize you'd left it running. So just keep an eye on that. Yeah.
And of course, the dashboard as well, fully customizable. So you can have all the metrics you want from your ads on your dashboard, the first thing you see when you log in, can't you?
Yeah, you could configure a dashboard. So you can have multiple dashboards in the system. See there, I think you have multiple dashboards. You might have one just for the advertising. So you log in there, you see here we've got counted discovery calls there and opportunities, etc. Yeah, build customize that. I think that's me about done there, Atticus, unless you've got anything more to add.
No, that's everything from me.
So that completes the workshop for the ad manager for this week from Marketomate. So we hope you enjoyed the recording. If you've got any questions or you'd like to book a discovery call with us, you should see the QR code appear on your screen right now. And also from that QR code, you can book onto our next live workshop, which will be the AI employee. So hopefully we see you there.